My name's Sam Toft. I work mainly with a series of characters that I've been working with for 15 or 20 years. I call them the Mustards. And it's Mr. and Mrs. Mustard who live on the Brighton Hove border. And they've got a little dog called Doris and various friends that they meet along the prom. I strive to open people's hearts to feelings and to make them feel warmed and loved, really. It's a big family, the Mustards. You don't need anything explaining. You can just walk on in there, and it's a life of old-fashioned values and where people are kind to each other, which I believe most people are. There's a lot of horrible things that happen, but why on earth would anybody focus on that? Focus on the good things and try to do better. I love textures, and what that's developed into over the years is oil pastels. You can get them in all different hardnesses. Some are so soft they're like butter, spread in butter, and some are so hard that they really hurt your fingers. And so what I tend to do is I draw straight onto the board that's going to be the finished picture, and I put all different shades in together and kind of scrape them off with the side of the fork, put them back on, squidge them together. Sometimes when I'm stuck, what I do is take the picture off my table and turn it face down, put it on the studio floor and trample over it, and then pick it up again. And there's bits of grit and bits of dog hair in it. I do pick the dog hairs off. and all sorts of accidents happen that you don't realise until a day later you put the ink on. And the ink obviously sinks into the areas that have been scraped back. So you get this gorgeous, unself-conscious marks that have been made. And then I can work on top of that with some Chinese ink, because that's nice and black and matte. But what I think my greatest skill is to leave it, to know when it's finished. I always get a little idea when I'm walking along. You know that feeling when you go out in the snow and you're the first person to walk on the snow? That's a gorgeous feeling, isn't it? Because this is just totally white and I'm the only footprints. And it feels like that when I've seen something in the woods or on the seafront, or noticed a little kind of interaction with somebody, or heard someone say something funny on the bus. And then I get into the studio and I think, oh, I've just got to get that down, And then my only task really is to be able to translate it from my memory onto the board. It's amazing how many ideas there are. You don't have to work hard to get an idea when you live in such an interesting place. I try to inject a lot of feeling and life into my drawings, but they're very simple drawings. I've written that down on my little pad over there. Easy is best. You know, when it comes easy, you get the best pictures. So when people say to me, how long does it take you to do a picture, which everybody does, I always say, well, you know, probably a day and 30 years. When I'm on it, I can work so quickly. And everything is effortless, and I'm an absolute genius. And then there are weeks when I'm hopeless. I'm really hopeless. I'm really pants, really. And it's the up and down, and you can't have one without the other. It's so strange. It's a roller coaster, but you know, I'm very lucky to be on it.